Hey, John Fury, you know who I am. I'm your nightmare. I'm Joe Egan. I know you're very interested in what I've got to say because I know you follow me on social media. I know you take a great interest in what I say. You're very opinionated when you're at these press conferences and these weigh-ins. You're very opinionated. You're very loud. You're very arrogant. You're very obnoxious. And I'm looking forward to the day, if the day ever comes, that you get a set of cojones and you decide, I'm going to give Joe Egan the opportunity to fight me and to earn himself a payday. So, John, I hope you grow a set of cojones and you decide to fight me.
Joe Egan, I will punch and kick you till you shit yourself. And that won't be very hard because you're shit anyway. All you want to do is make a video. And again, nobody stopped you from coming to any Misfits show, mate, and you can go and ask Callout and that. You're a liar. Well, you've lied about Mike Tyson all your life. The man told me. He said, I don't know him. He said, but if he wants to make a few good for my name, that's okay with me. He seemed like a nice guy. I said, do you ever spar him? No, he said. So you're a liar, mate. I'll get Mike Tyson to tell you. You know, well, let me tell you something, you. Let me tell you. You ain't worth a sausage. I know your history. You are an absolute wanker. And I will prove it. I'll punch and kick you till you shit yourself. Come down. You know where I live. You've got my phone number, everything, you prick. You know the people I know, and they know you're no good to me. I don't give a fuck about any God-living man on earth. The only man I fear is God Almighty. I'm a policeman, I'm a doctor, because them three people can take your life away. You certainly can't, you camel-fucking-headed cunt. F*** off.
Do we get this fight on? Do we see this fight? Is Misfits involved? Is someone...
Misfits offered a lot of money. Mams offered a lot of money for the fight.
Are we talking like millions of pounds?
Yes, that's the money they're talking. And I'm thinking to myself, wow, we're too old to dance around the ring. We'd stand in front of each other and we'd punch each other till one of us gave up. I've been hit by 4 heavyweight champions of the world and not knocked down. He got hit by one and was knocked down. You know, so I believe, well, I hope my chin is better than his.
Based on what you're saying right now about this man, I can tell you he just needs a little bit love.
Love him, he needs battering, that's what he needs.
Joe Egan is looking for John Fury, okay? And if I'm able to see that fight, I hope it's not in England because I'm a felon and I can't go to England. But he's coming for you, John Fury, for my own.
Joe Egan has called out John Fury for a potential showdown after he saw John calling out Carl Froch, but Carl Froch said he has received strong support from fans who want him to confront John Fury. He criticized Fury's past conduct, including the headbutt incident in Saudi Arabia, and accused him of bullying. Froch stated he would accept the fight without hesitation and argued that his durability against top heavyweights proves he would prevail. Joe Egan added that pride and public insults, including comments involving Russell Crowe, have intensified the rivalry.
John Fury, the fighting man. Where is it? Where is he gone? I've got to ask you while I've got you on.
You can two me. You two shithouses can try and two me. I'll batter the shit out of the two of you. And if I've got to go back to jail for you two shithouses...
Carl, it's the amount of support that I've got for people that wanted me to put manners on John Fury.
Absolutely.
Right?
What's he done? Has he left the country? Where is he?
I don't know where he's gone. I think he's hiding under a rock somewhere, you know, like the vermin that he is.
It's unbelievable. He's vanished.
He insulted me. He bullied people over the years, and then the headbutt that he threw at that young Ukrainian in Saudi highlighted him for what he is. He's a thug, he's a bully. I hate to say he's a coward because he called the fight on. I'll fight any 58-year-old man on the planet. I've stepped up to the mark because he insulted me with Russell Crowe. Neither of us were any good, Carl. Both of us were just tough. My chin's been hit by 4 heavyweight champions of the world and not knocked out. He got hit by one and was knocked out. So I believe my chin is better than his. We're too old to dance around the ring. We'll stand in front of each other if he gets the courage to get in with me, and we'll punch until one of us gives, one of us breaks. And I think he would break before me. And that's what I believe. And if he believed different, he'd have taken the fight, Carl. I do believe in his mind that he thinks, well, Joe Egan might be just a little bit too much for him. A lot of money being offered. Maybe he doesn't need the money. No harm to me.
Yeah, but he was the one who called it on, not you. He started it. He gave it the big one.
He started it, Carl.
He had his bluff called, and then
On the other hand, Carl Froch stated that if John Fury is genuinely serious about stepping into the ring with him, he would have no hesitation in accepting the fight.
Down, if John Fury is serious about actually fighting, it's not going to be on the undercard of Tottenham. It's not going to be licensed or sanctioned by anybody. And listen, if he's serious, I'm not going to back down. That's all I'm going to say for now. And it's not over yet either. So
Moreover, boxing pros shared their thoughts on the fight between Carl Froch and John Fury.
Obviously, a massive size advantage for John Fury. Presumably, Carl Froch can't lose that.
I can't believe we're talking about John Fury. He can't lose to John Fury. It's impossible.
So what Carl's saying is John Fury's not very hard. I don't agree. I don't agree with Carl. I've got to say, I'm a big fan of yours, but Carl's going back there for more beef. It's amazing. No. But I guess, he's 60 years old.
Well, 60 years old.
John Fury earlier, did you see him?
At a distance, with my binoculars on, something was going on. I'd imagine it's Carl having a go at the Furies, probably over his time on his channel, maybe, I'm guessing, and John didn't like that and wants to have a fight with him, something like that.
It was something like that. I don't think he was still necessarily turning down a fight.
What I do know is that John Fury and Carl Froch on the cobbles will be fun. I think they both have a good fun doing that, but I'm sure it's all fun and games. They like to say what they believe. They like to say something that's controversial, and they're two big characters, and we love having them around the sport. So let's leave them to.
I don't know what I was seeing in his eyes. I remember my neck being sore because I was looking at him like that. I was shaking, if I'm being honest, genuinely. I came out of the video looking better than I felt inside. So people are giving me credit and saying, "Oh, well done, Frampton," but I didn't even say anything. All I could say was, "It's just my opinion. It's just my opinion, John." But I was that petrified. I couldn't even explain why I had that opinion. Each to their own, and everybody's different. But John's, obviously, that's his character. He's a big man. He's an aggressive man, which is okay. I think he would admit to say that as well. Very passionate too, and backing his sons, which is good too. But sometimes there's a line, and he probably just steps over it. In a boxing match, come on, Carl Froch obviously wins. I hope I don't run into John anytime soon, but I have to try and be honest. It's just Carl Froch is a big, hard man himself, a lot smaller than John in terms of his size, but he was I think a 3-time world champion, a Hall of Famer, fought everybody and anybody that was around in his era. I'd watch it anyway. And maybe I've actually asked Froch if he needs a corner man. I'll hold up.
Chasing Carl down. I mean, it's just, I watched that and I was thinking, what did Carl do? Then I watched a couple of videos where Carl does have a go at Tyson, and I think, who fucked up there? Netflix. Why would you get someone that clearly doesn't really like Tyson on a Tyson card, or at least in the studio to present? So you can understand why John's like, well, you're making money off my son fighting. No, I don't. I kind of get that. But also on my side, I was like, well, you can't even talk about anyone now without people getting upset. Like, if Carl can't talk about you as an ex-world champion, then fuck me, I do not have a chance. So it just kind of made me feel like everyone's a bit too sensitive, really. But look, I like John, I like the Furies, I like all of them. I've always said that I think they bring so much excitement to the boxing game. Shane, Tyson, John, all their clan, Tommy. But they can't get upset at someone like Carl having an opinion. They should be able to have an opinion without someone screaming and shouting at you. That's
Fury. I've met him on a number of occasions, and I've always felt him to be a very educated voice around boxing. Its recent incarnation over the last 2 or 3 years of John becoming front and centre of the circus, like a Cirque du Soleil horror show, I think that's embarrassing. I think Carl Froch is putting in a video. By the way, Carl Froch is standing right there when he's saying, where is he? Carl Froch is doing his first broadcast for Netflix. He doesn't want any of this. The one thing I don't think Carl Froch is frightened of is John Fury. I know it's theatrics. I know it's part of the show. I know it brings noise, and I suppose in its space it does its job. But is it not just a tad embarrassing?
Listen, you said it yourself, in its space it does a job, and I think we live in that world today where now people, it was a press conference that was always going to be maybe a little quiet because Makhmedov doesn't speak particularly great English. He's not really going to say too much. Tyson Fury done his thing, and he was talking about Anthony Joshua and the tragedy there and the circumstances for him coming back into boxing. That was all great, but that John Fury always adds a little bit of spice, and that's what gets people watching. So I suppose it done its work, and you got your own opinion on whether it was embarrassing or not embarrassing.
Is it good spice? Well, is it good spice?
I'll tell you what. Listen. From one side, I'm a fan of Netflix getting involved in boxing because it broadens it out in so many viewerships. But on the other end, I sometimes question what Netflix puts on. And I'm saying, do they really have the best interest of boxing, or are they just looking for the clickbait of the moment? And when you're looking for the clickbait of the moment, this is yet another example of that. You know, the Furies have a lightning rod image. Obviously, Tyson backs it up. He can fight, okay? Yep. He's accomplished everything. But then you got this kind of thing here. You know, you make the point about Makhmudov's not really an opponent that's going to sell the fight either. You know, Fury's just coming back in as well. People love a train wreck, man. You know, I hate to say it. We're in a generation where the train wreck sells.
I wasn't expecting it, but I know that he blows up before press conferences, and you know, he's just getting some steam off, blowing some steam off.
He said he wanted to fight you in your prime. Do you remember that?
Yes, he did. I remember that, and I was like, he's not serious, is he? We didn't really take him too serious, but he did offer the fight.
Right, who wins? Carl Froch, John Fury?
I'd watch it. Do you know what I mean? I don't think I could back against anyone to beat Carl Froch on the cobbles.
Even on the cobbles?
It's a big lump, John Fury, and he is getting on a little bit, but there might be a few illegal moves from John Fury. But Froch is a hard bastard.
How do you think Carl dealt with Big John on Monday?
He didn't say anything, did he? Just let him get on with it, really. But what are you going to do? Shout out from a TV platform? Yeah, come on in. Yeah, that's not really Carl's style. Let's see if that actually gets in this kind of range. Because if it gets in this kind of range, it's going to be very different.
Do you reckon if it was, like, what are we, a foot away from each other?
I think if John Fury stuck it on Carl Froch in his space, I think he would chin him immediately.
Really? Even live on Netflix?
Yes. Because these guys, they don't allow you to do, you can't do that. Do you remember David Haye and Derek Chisora? So Haye was the same thing. Once someone Haye's like, I've got no choice. What do you want me to do? Stand there and just let him get in my face? No, I had to chin him. And that's what these guys do. So if they get in that kind of range, might be interesting.
Is it good promotion? This caused a lot of debate, John Fury, over the past 48 hours.
Good promotion for what? Is it going to help sell tickets for Fury Makhmudov? Probably not really. Is it going to create noise? Absolutely. So yeah, look, anything that creates noise is, you know, can be effective, but for the fight, I don't think it does a lot for the fight, but it's John Fury.
Alright everyone, stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Ring Headquarters and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.